We're here today at Disney's Pop Century Resort, where we'll be immersed in the different decades through the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. We will be staying here for one night, so we will have the opportunity to check out the pools, the quick service, the store, all the different amenities that are offered. We might even engage in a very intense Twister competition.
What?
And I think you all know who's gonna win here.
Me?
No.
I'm very good at Twister, I'll have you know.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, either way, it's been a very long time since we have stayed here, so I'm excited to head in to check it out, to see our room, and take you along for a full comprehensive tour of the entire resort. It's getting a little toasty out here, so I think we're gonna head in and check it out. Now, while Disney's Pop Century Resort is technically part of the ESPN Wide World of Sports resort area, it is also very close to Animal Kingdom and just a short Skyliner ride away from Epcot and Hollywood Studios. You can see out here there's some very nice theming. There's a tribute to each of the decades that's encompassed at this resort. Right over there is the main entrance. Over here is another entrance that comes out to the bus stops. Which decade is your favorite, Goo? You want to tell us?
No, I need to look at all of them.
That's true, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what we're here for.
I'll say we already checked in, we already have our room ready, but I think it's very proper to give a full tour, show you guys what to expect staying here, and it'll be good.
Yeah. All right, over here is technically the main entrance. We're gonna head inside, get a little look at it.
Air conditioning feels
Oh,
good.
it feels nice. It smells good in here too. But once you do come in, you have a kids area over there, which just has like a TV and some seating. You have desks over here where you can check in or do anything else you might need to.
Everything here is everything is like a time thing.
Mm-hmm.
So every single check-in desk is a different year.
Oh, that's
and
true, yeah.
Over here on the wall, you have different things.
Yeah, these are really cool. These are different shadow boxes, and they have relics. Yeah, so it tells you what year it is there. And they have different relics from the years.
Well, it's cool. It's like a giant timeline. It's cool to see everything as you see it. But this is very cool. I also really love the kids area over here too, because you can see they have this giant thing over the TV. So it kind of looks like it's old TV. That's really cool. And you have all the plugs, all kinds of references throughout the years. So I think this was a newer edition. I think they added this a couple of years ago, or maybe, I don't know when. I also really do love the carpet over here too, kind of like the cherry on top. And then you have these giant square things, I guess kind of symbolizing a different year on the timeline. And it's cool because over here on top, that's where the natural light comes through, and then it echoes down on the floor too, so you have all the different things. Look at all these cool things in these boxes. You have old plates. Oh, that's cool. Just kind of smaller things. So if you were around during these years, you look at it and you're oh, that's cool.
I like this one a lot here with the speakers from the drive-in movies. We used to go to a drive-in movie theater in Ohio that had these. I think they still have them. Oh, this one's really cool as well with information about the moon landing, a newspaper, and some different patches, some pictures. That's really neat. Some coins here as well. Here's some boxes from when Star Wars came out, and also the Magic Kingdom here. Around 1971, so this must be kind of when it opened. Oh, I have one of those. That's interesting to see that they used to give out matches. Look, they have matches that say Main Street on them.
That's so weird.
Also, I think that's from the Contemporary, a stirrer right there. I recognize that logo.
That's cool. That's very cool to see all these different things.
Also, if you are looking for a park map before you get to the parks, they have maps for all the parks right here, right by the 80s.
Yeah, there's one over there too.
Oh, okay. There's a few of them.
I'll say this doesn't just have your parks too.
Oh,
you
it
have
has
golfing.
Wow.
So if you're interested in doing golfing while you're here at Disney World.
Okay. Look, information about off-site transportation as well.
Cool.
So everything you might need.
Oh, dining plan too.
Oh, that's nice.
So whether you're trying to book your trip or if you're trying to navigate your trip, they really watch out for you here, which is great.
As you can see, they do have things from every single era, coming all the way up to 1999.
Which is the end of the resort.
Yeah, I guess so.
It ends officially there, so that's cool.
But just beyond that, look, they have a caricature booth here too, so they'll draw you or your pet or whatever as a caricature. That is the exit over there to transportation, to the bus transportation. Oh, look, Goofy is right there. So I think if you find Goofy, you get a picture with him, and you go up to the front desk and they give you a button or something.
Oh, here we go, right here.
When you spot the Goofy photo op, take a picture with him and head to the front desk for a button.
That's cool. They've been doing this recently. It's a very fun thing, especially if you're looking around the resort. Yeah. Apparently every day he changes spots and then you can come back for another sticker to put on your button.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Also, right here where Goofy was, they do have a Disney Vacation Club member information booth. And then just beyond that, they have the business center, which I guess they have computers over here. I think they used to. Do they still? They do, yeah. So you can print things if you need to. There you go. Also, fuel rod, ATM.
And out here at the bus stop, if you never stayed at one of these resorts before, there's pretty much like a little station. So this one is Magic Kingdom. They have a pretty good system, and the buses do come starting an hour before park entrance, including early park admission. So this is a good thing to have here for sure.
Coming back over here to Everything Pop, I like the sign. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but there's like little lights in the P's
It's
in
like,
the pop that's lit up.
Like Epcot when they used to have the light up sidewalks.
Yeah.
Like those little lights. That look just like that.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
But so with Everything Pop, this is both the gift shop and the quick service. So Everything Pop encompasses both of those. And according to Disney, they do have out-of-sight souvenirs, cool sodas, rad salads, and a variety of different other things.
I can't keep track of all these decades sayings.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that today.
Here's a closer look at some of the tubular t-shirts they have in here. We're not going to go through like every single thing they have in this store, but it is a pretty sizable store. They have like a lot of different Disney merchandise. You can get like candies here, souvenirs, new luggage, alcohol, all kinds of different stuff. Oh, here Goo comes. Did you get a cool beverage?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've ever stayed in a Disney resort, one of my favorite things is getting one of these resort mugs.
Yeah.
They're $22, but you can refill them for 2 weeks. So even if you're not staying here, it's a good thing to have.
Yeah, and you can fill it in any of the resorts. So if you go and do resort hopping, you can take it with you everywhere.
We'll get to the Skyliner later, but if you do have this, you can go along the Skyliner line and fill up your drink at those resorts as well, which is great. But being that this is indeed a Skyliner resort, you do have a selection of Skyliner merchandise, which is very cool. I'll say most of the Skyliner merchandise you're not going to find too many other places except places that are pretty much right next to Skyliner. So you'll have some over at Epcot, some at Hollywood Studios, and some at certain resorts that do have Skyliners. But these are pretty cool, just kind of what you'd expect. You have a mug, you have a shirt. I think it's pretty cool if they have this stuff.
Coming into the food section of Everything Pop, they have some very groovy theming in here. You agree, Goo?
Groovy?
Yeah. I don't know. They said something about something
that sign
being
over
groovy.
there says groovy.
Oh, well, there you go. See, I was right.
I'll say, I have not been alive in the 50s, 60s, 70s, or 80s or 90s, but this feels like something that was kind of old.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like, it feels clean, like it feels upkept, but also kind of feels like something that should have been refurbished 20 years ago. So I kind of like that. That's really, really fun thing here.
But you can see over here they do have where you pick up your mobile order. Also over there they have a table with like coloring pages, so you can color if you want to.
I'll say I love it when there's like unique signage for things, but I just love that they have like this, kind of going with like the pop, like speech bubble type thing. It says caution, hot, breads and bagels only for these things. But it's cool to see all this. Like everything looks very retro. Just really overall good theming throughout this resort for sure.
And on the menu they do have breakfast and dinner. Those loaded tacos look pretty good. Burgers, pizza, all kinds of stuff. And all these groovy selections are right this way. You want to go see some of the groovy selections, Goo?
Very nice.
Very nice. Coming deeper into the food area, it's kind of set up like cafeteria style. You can see they have different sections. This is a dessert section over here, and then like a grill, like a burger section there, and then pizza and pasta. And then they have a create your own entree section over there, which they have a few different options we can show. But I want to get a look at some of these desserts. I think most of them actually right now they have over in the case, the fresh baked goods case. But later on they will have ice cream, I think. I think they have it like during lunch and dinner time.
Looks like they make milkshakes.
Yeah. Milkshakes. They make sundaes, all kinds of exciting things. And then over here at the grill section, they have just like burgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, chicken strips. They do have a pulled pork sandwich, which sounds kind of good.
Look at the porchetta burger.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Porchetta style pork, fried egg, herb dressing, and pork cracklings
So here's
on a
my
burger.
food tip of the day.
What's that?
If you come to a Disney Valley resort, the food isn't going to be great.
Yeah.
But they do have some different burgers. Like they try and do a special burger for every Valley resort. And those ones are usually a little bit better than your average burger. So if you're willing to try the adventurous one, that's always my suggestion.
Yeah.
Especially here at these Valley resorts.
Before we do move on to the pizza and create your own entree sections, I did want to show this little area over here. You can see this is where you'll get your resort mug if you want one of those. And one of those is included in the dining plan as well. So if you get the dining plan, you will not have to pay extra for that. That is part of the deal. Oh gosh, what's happening over here? You see this? They're gonna do the twist, I guess.
What's the twist?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on here. Oh, this is fun. I don't know what's happening here.
I'm not exactly sure what this is. I guess like every once in a while, I don't know how often, they just stop and do the twist.
Meanwhile, I'm just trying to get a croissant, and I see all these people dancing. But
this is a crazy place.
This is cool. Yeah, Pop Century, you never know what will happen. You never know what will pop in front of you. It's an adventure every day here, which is great.
But over here in the cooler section, they also have like bottles of drinks. They have alcohol, they have Coke. Some of the resorts have 2 liters. I don't see them here. I think that's more of like a DVC thing. They also have these kids options here, like Uncrustables, different snack packs and things like that.
I'm genuinely confused because for the kids it says kids meals, but this one just says dude.
That one says rockin'.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Going further down over here, they have like different salads, Greek salads, Caesar salads, things like that. A little charcuterie option right there.
If you are trying to eat at this place, these are probably some of the more fresher and actually more decent options.
Yeah.
Because everything else is just standard. And along with everything else, they also do have some special Pop Century exclusive desserts. Everyone always goes on about this. It's like a tie-dye cheesecake. And I guess everyone says it's good, so I guess people come here just to get the tie-dye cheesecake.
It looks like radioactive or something.
It does.
What's happening with that?
I don't know. They also have this really cool thing, Pop Goes Bananas.
That sounds really good.
It's a banana cupcake with a happy face on it, so I like that.
Also a lemon blueberry cheesecake. That sounds good.
I feel like this quick service definitely is going to win purely on desserts because they have cookies. Also, for some reason, Disney is debuting a bunch of new croissants, and you have a PB&J croissant, which I'm actually going to try.
We've got one right here.
There it is right there. And I think they're only selling this at Pop Century, maybe another resort as well, I'm not sure. I feel like Disney has definitely upgraded their cinnamon rolls because those look pretty good. You also have a s'more cookie, and I think this is special to Pop Century too. It's a flashback oatmeal cream pie.
This is interesting here. This is something I haven't seen anywhere else. It's just donut holes with chocolate sauce on the top.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, some different unique desserts, $4.99 there.
And then they just have some like sprinkle donut, I guess variety donut holes.
Yeah.
$3.99. One thing I do like to also point out, if you are staying here, you can actually get a Mickey bar and bring it back to your room. So, I mean, seriously, what more could you want? You're staying at your hotel, you get a Mickey bar. Like, this is the authentic Disney World experience.
And like I said earlier, they do have these 2 sections here. This one has pizza and like chicken parmesan and pasta and things. It's all right, I guess, for like a quick service meal, but these aren't something that I normally get or would really recommend to most people. This section over here is actually my favorite. They have the create your own and also stir fry. I really enjoy getting the salmon, or all the different options here are good. Garlic, herb, shrimp, mojo, roasted chicken, and then also sesame chicken and a beef and vegetable stir fry and an impossible meatloaf. These over here are really going to be the options that are a little bit more healthier, that won't leave you feeling like not that great at the end. So this is where I normally come. Looks like Goo has his groovy croissant here. What do you have to say for yourself,
It
Goo?
looks very Pop Century-like.
Yeah.
It's very bright. I'll say I did try one of the other croissants they had, which was the chocolate chip cookie croissant, and that was good, but it was tough.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see how this turns out. It's very messy. It's extremely moist. It's flaky. The inside is mostly just peanut butter, so you can kind of see it there. I have no complaints. It's fresh. You get the peanut butter and jelly flavor. It's flaky. It's soft. I was expecting this to be terrible, but it's actually pretty all right.
It looks to me maybe like a lot of the jelly is on the back, because it's like oozing out of the back, and then a lot of the peanut butter is on the other side.
It's weird because there is jelly in the filling.
Yeah.
But there's also like this strawberry layer on top.
Yeah. Coming back out from the gift shop and quick service, right over here they do also have an arcade, one of Goo's favorite
This
parts.
is one of the best arcades of all of Disney World. So if you're staying here, this is like one of those extra things that kind of adds to the good enjoyment you'll have here today. And it's great because the arcade's open till 11 too.
Oh, that's true.
You can kind of take advantage of it as late as you want, which is awesome.
So this is the fast forward arcade. You can see it goes far pretty back. They have like a lot of different racing games, pinball, all kinds of
I
stuff.
love like the classic arcade games too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like over there.
They kind of go with like the Pop Century theming, which is pretty cool.
I like these benches they have in here. They're kind of like an old bowling alley style.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Oh, this is really cool. Look at this, a 60s surf van. Look, I guess it has like, I don't know what you do. Is this like whack-a-mole or something, or do you just drive? I don't know. There's some buttons you push and you do something. Either way, it looks pretty fun.
I also realized we're staying in the 80s section, and there's Pac-Man on the side of our thing.
I thought we were in the 70s.
80s.
Oh, okay.
And there's actually a Pac-Man air hockey too.
Wow.
So like everything comes together here. Even if it's not intentional, it comes together, which is very cool. And while we are in the arcade, I did want to point out they do usually have these signs all throughout the resort, but every single Disney resort on Disney property does have special recreational activities. I don't think scanning this code will show like a current list of everything, but you can scan that and kind of see all the things they do have at this resort. But you can see, of course, you have the arcade, you have poolside activities, you can make tie-dye, which I feel like is kind of fitting for this resort as well. Oh, and this is interesting. They have nighttime trivia too. I had no idea they had that. That's awesome. Along with boombox bingo, and of course they play their movies under the stars as well. So lots of good options for things to do around here, especially if you're not going to the parks.
Just outside the arcade, there is a restroom, and there are also these doors that lead to the outside. And once you go through the doors, there is a giant sign that says "Pop." What do you think of that, Goo?
Look how big this is.
Yeah, there's a big sign.
It's very cool.
We found this map of Pop Century right over here, so I figured I'd stop and show it to you guys for a little bit of context. This is Classic Hall. That's where we just were right now, where they had the arcade, the restaurant, the store. Yeah, the main lobby. And then we came outdoors that lead to this right here where it says, "You are here." So that's where we are. Also where we are right now, which is in the 60s area, is the Pedals Pool Bar. And then over here they have somewhere where they do like they do hair wraps. They'll braid your hair, I guess. They also do airbrush tattoos, henna tattoos, all those kind of things. And then just around from here is the Hippy Dippy Pool, which is the pool in the 60s section. I don't know if every section has a pool, but I know there's at least 3 pools.
Yeah, we'll see them as we go.
Yeah. But this is a pretty nice pool. We're not gonna go in there for now, but I like the way this flower is like spraying a mist of water. I don't know if it's shaped like something. Maybe it's shaped like a flower or something. Yeah.
But it's worth noting the pool's open from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., which is good.
I like the decorations on the buildings in the 60s area. You can see there's a giant yo-yo here as the stairs, and then people dancing.
Every single decade has like a different building that the staircase is.
Yeah.
So for this one, it's a yo-yo, and each yo-yo I think is a different color. So I think there's a green and a blue one, which is pretty cool. So it's just kind of like all the different symbols of the 60s, but just along everywhere too. I also find it kind of weird that like every single decade has like a different person dancing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe Matt should dance to each person.
I don't know, I think you should. There you go, see? Very nice. I also noticed right behind where Goo was standing in the same building as the pool bar, they do have guest laundry, as well as some ping pong and another restroom there.
Kind of hard to see, but like as the doors open, there's like a dancing guy on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna dance into the bathroom, but that's good to know. And if in this video you haven't figured out, I'm not a good like judge of what the different sayings mean. There's all kinds of sayings on top of the buildings.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Peace, man. Can you dig it? I don't know. There's too much to keep track of, but that's pretty cool. Like sayings from all the different decades, which is awesome. Over here, a little bit further down, this is where like this pool ends. But over here, they actually have like a little splash area for some younger kids or anyone over there, some more seating as well.
Goos in training.
Little goos in training.
Look behind you.
Oh.
This giant Play-Doh. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, so it's a giant Play-Doh thing. And you can see somebody like made something out of the Play-Doh.
Gosh.
I always like to play with Play-Doh, but I never got to make something that detailed. I don't know if it's even possible. But
well, clearly it is. Somebody did it.
I guess so. But I love the giant thing. Like, I guess on a hot day, you could just stand under the lid of the Play-Doh, the giant Play-Doh.
Nice Play-Doh.
Nice Play-Doh. And if you do have any mischievous goos in training, don't get any ideas. Well, it appears as if I was wrong the entire time. I thought it was just the 60s, but apparently it's the classic 60s.
Gosh, yeah.
I don't know. Feels very classic if you ask me.
Very classic indeed.
But I like this too. This is also very classic.
Yeah, a giant blue and I don't remember the other guy's name.
Mowgli.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like how the back of it has like the tree details too, and some different greenery planted around them too, so it kind of adds to everything. But some people don't know this. Actually, you can get to Disney's Art of Animation Resort, the other resort, actually by walking over there too. So if you are staying at Disney's Pop Century, you also do have access to the Art of Animation Resort to explore, try some food.
It's just the bridge across where you get on the Skyliner. You just
and
keep
we'll
walking.
show that soon, but it's a good option for sure, especially if you want to try some different food options or just explore, take a morning walk.
So coming on this pathway just a little bit further this way, you can kind of see over there, that's where the giant Jungle Book statue was. So that's where we just were. You just come this way towards the big green yo-yo, away from the pool and away from the lobby. If you come over this direction, this is where the Skyliner station is. This is where you would come to get on it.
And remember, the Skyliner station does take you to Caribbean Beach, Riviera, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and if you want to go to Art of Animation, you just continue across the bridge.
Yeah.
This is so peaceful though, just walking along the water. There's Pop Century in the distance. Over to our right is Art of Animation itself. And over to our other right is Matt and the Skyliner station. And usually there will be a sign out here. I think hours do change, like these come off and they change them per
I think
hours.
it depends on how late the park is open.
So I know Hollywood Studios sometimes has after hours. I'm not sure if they run during that. But you'll have to come and check the sign to be sure. So it's good to do your research and see what's going on here. Really just that simple. You just get in line, get on a Skyliner, and head to your next destination. Well, I think from this point, I feel like we have to go, what is it, chronologically? Is that what you call it? Like in order?
So. Yeah.
I feel like we have to go through all the different decades, show you guys all the different amenities in each area, because some of these like interactive, some of these like giant props are like things you can do, photo ops, all kinds of stuff you can see around there too. So I think we're gonna head back to the lobby, see what we can see, and I think we'll just take you guys along.
So you can see this is back where we started. That is the lobby right there. Over here is the hippy dippy pool and the pedals pool bar and all that. Now we did start our journey in the 60s because that's what we saw first, the hippy dippy pool and all that. We do have the 50s to explore, and then of course the 70s and the 80s and 90s. Yeah. So I think we'll probably go 50s first, and then obviously hop over the 60s because we already saw that. Yeah. And then 70s, 80s, and 90s. And at the end, Goo will have to crown his favorite decade. Like he said that he would.
Too.
Yeah.
You'll have to comment and let us know what your favorite decade is as well. So this will be good. It'll be a game for everybody, which is great. Well, the Imagineers here at Pop Century have tried to bamboozle me.
Why is that?
Because we're in the 50s and there's a bowling pin.
So?
I looked it up. Bowling was invented in like 3000 BC.
I'm sure.
So like, I don't know. I don't know where the 3000 BC section is. I don't know if that's here, but I don't know. This doesn't make sense.
I think bowling was popular in the 50s.
Okay.
That's probably what it was.
Well, you know, I don't know what else. I'm sure eating was popular in the 50s too.
Probably.
And I don't know what else, but
well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, we're gonna see what else
we're gonna
do.
walk around and see what other decorations we find.
Apparently, Lady and the Tramp too.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Real hip. You're grounded. Are you grounded, Goo?
I'm just thinking how I'm supposed to replicate that dance move.
Yeah. I don't know.
I guess I have to go. So if you're watching the video, you can pause it when I was mid in the air, and then you can like stick me to your building.
And if you were alive in the 50s, tell us if is that a good representation.
This goes as far as everything. If somebody was alive in the 70s, I was not, and I try and do all these things. Tell me if I'm accurate. But this is cool. Lots of action happening here for sure.
I like how the vinyls are on the sides and the little radios and different things. Lots of good theming in this area. Seems as if classic is their favorite word here at Pop Century. Isn't classic hall the lobby?
I think so.
And then the classic 50s, the classic 60s.
Classic is a pretty good word.
I guess so.
It. But I don't know. I'm kind of guessing that the 70s is going to be the classic 70s.
Probably.
And the classic 80s and the classic 90s and the classic whatever else. But there you go. I guess that's the word to describe everything. I thought it was groovy, but I guess it's classic.
I love the center area here. You have, I guess, the Tramp. I don't know if he has a name. The Tramp. And then a doghouse here too, and the lady. That's really cool. I love that Like the whole area is
So,
kind of...
The bowling mystery continues.
Yeah.
Because the pool is literally shaped like a bowling
This
pin.
is the 3000 BC pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go to the top floor and try and look at the bowling pins.
Maybe.
That would be cool. Oh, this is awesome. Well, we made it up to the 4th floor of the building, and indeed it is a giant bowling pin. That's so cool. I love that Disney, like all their resorts, they make their pools shaped like something. But it's very cool to get like an overview of this area from so high up. You see Lady and the Tramp over there. You see more of the dancing happening. And then over there you have like a jukebox.
Oh yeah.
I guess to go with like the 50s bowling aspect of everything.
I'll try to show these maps as much as I can, just in case anyone gets confused. You can see, this is where we just were right here. This is the 50s area where the bowling pool was. This is Classic Hall where we started out. That's the 60s area, and this is where we are right here. So we're gonna keep going on this walkway here, and that'll take us to the 70s area, and then eventually the 80s and the 90s. Over here in between the 60s and 70s, they have this campfire going. I think they do it from 6:30 to 7:30 every night, something like that. We came upon it just as they were ending, but they had some s'more kits that had like Mickey-shaped graham crackers.
We just grabbed everything to go as quick as possible. But they had the Mickey combo, which was $7. It came with graham crackers, chocolate, and like a square marshmallow. So Matt made a Mickey graham cracker s'more, which was incredible.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Also, if you don't want to pay, you also do get some free marshmallows.
Yeah,
so if you want to like either roast a marshmallow or bring like your own.
Even if you don't want to
marshmallows
roast them, they'll just give them to you to eat.
Yeah. So
Who has some he's eating,
this is
snacking
good.
on.
This is like a classic thing. Just come over here, get one of these. Classic is the word to be said around here.
Yeah.
So very cool.
$7 for that kit, not too bad.
This was free though.
Yeah, comes with one marshmallow, 2 graham crackers, and some pieces of chocolate.
It looks like Mickey.
Yeah.
But moving on to the 70s area, you can see there's one of these things. I had to look it up. It's an 8-track.
Yeah.
I'm young. I don't know any of these things. So
right on there,
8-track stereo. So it's like one of those giant things. I guess they're like music, kind of like a cassette tape type thing. So this is pretty cool. But going into the 70s, I feel like this might be my favorite one.
Why is
because
that?
it looks like there's like foosball table and a giant Mickey phone. So I think we're gonna go into it. We'll see what we run into. I like this thing coming up. I don't know what to call this, but it definitely feels like 70s.
I'd say it's classic.
It's classic indeed. Also along the 70s, you do have the mood ring. Maybe you should go and stand in it, and you should see like if it changes colors.
Probably not, but that would be cool.
That's fun. That's great.
Here's another dance move for you to do, Goo.
I
You
can't
ready?
do it.
This one's not hard.
It's blocked. I can't see what it is.
You can kind of see.
No dancing. Sorry.
Why not?
Bad. You can't see it because the tree's in the way.
You can see it. Just do it.
Okay.
Very nice.
There you go. But continuing on, look at this thing. There's like a giant foosball table.
Yeah.
Which is great because first of all, you have the giant like things, but you also have like the goal and the giant thing that you do to keep score.
Giant goalie.
The giant goalie. And then, so you can see I'm winning. I'm beating Matt. So, no, that's me.
It's a tie, it looks like, actually.
No, I don't. But this is very cool. This is like one of those things where like, it's a prop, but it's like bigger than you. And it just makes you, it's massive. It's great. And then the centerpiece over here is like one of those big, like, what do you call it? Tricycle?
A big wheel.
A big wheel. Thanks. Yeah, it says big wheel. But this is cool. I'm sure many people have tried to climb on there and like try and ride it.
Yeah.
But the sign says no climbing, so don't even try. And then on the reverse side, you have a giant Mickey phone.
Gosh,
which I think
used to have one of these.
Yeah, I think they used to have these in the 70s. I think that's when they first came out. But it's very cool. Like these things, as I said, these photo ops are massive. So it's just cool to be kind of immersed in all this. There's the ball.
Look, they have a giant game of Twister over here. But I feel like this thing is kind of broken. Like it always lands in the same
Oh, that's
general
different.
area. Yeah, it's a little bit different.
Left hand red.
All right, so put your left hand in the red.
Okay.
All right, now spin it again. And it comes back down. Right foot on blue. All right. Do it again. Right foot again on blue.
I don't have two right foot.
I guess you lose then. I mean, there's no other option.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
We need to bring a real spinner and actually play this.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be fun.
As we continue on, the 70s are right here. That's where we just were with the big wheel and the big phone and the foosball and all that. And the 80s and 90s are behind me, but I did want to point out that they have this walkway right here along the water. And if you do follow this walkway, it will take you straight to the Skyliner station. Yeah. So that's the easiest way.
It also will take you throughout the decades, even though you're not immersed in the theming.
Yeah.
Because there's little, like, signs.
Mhm.
that
Oh,
give,
yeah,
like
yeah.
facts as you go
Hold
across.
on, over here, there's one.
Yeah.
Like from each year. The last episode of MASH draws the largest audience for a single TV show. 125 million viewers.
So it goes along now that we're in the 80s. You'll have the 80s sign.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're walking around here, this is technically the running path.
Yeah.
You can also immerse yourself in the theming, which is great.
Here's another one you can see in 1984. Los Angeles hosted the Olympic Games and Americans won 83 gold medals. And also Michael Jackson's Thriller became the biggest selling album in history.
Wow.
So lots of different facts
you
all the
can
way
learn.
along. It's nice to see some very friendly faces greeting us as we head into the 80s. Here we have Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Nice guys.
This is another bamboozlement.
Why?
Mr. Potato Head was manufactured and invented in 1949.
Gosh. Well, I guess
This
he
is
gained more
80s.
popularity in the 80s.
I don't know. Well, he's giving us a good wave.
Yeah, we'll wave him back.
Whatever it is. Nice potato.
Over here in the 80s, you have Rubik's Cubes as the staircases, which are pretty neat.
Oh, there's no way I'm doing this.
Why?
Look at that dance.
I'm sure. Look, it's like break dancing, like upside down. You gotta try it. Well, look, there's one on the other building we can look at. That one looks easier.
No.
Close enough.
That's it.
Very nice.
I like Pac-Man's here too. Pac-Man is a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
What's it say? Totally awesome.
Wow. Indeed. Totally awesome indeed.
And then up here is our final pool. So there are officially 3 pools throughout this resort. This is gonna be the computer pool. And if you come up here, there's a giant keyboard here in the ground. So I guess you can like jump on this. This is pretty cool and like type out what you want to type. And the pool is shaped like a computer monitor. So I guess this is kind of like the keyboard. There's the computer and then there's a laptop up there as well. Yeah. Over here, it looks like you do have Roger Rabbit on his barrel flying around, which is pretty cool. I think this is it 80s when that came out? I think so. And then looking over here, you have a Walkman thing. I don't know, I'm young, so I don't really know any of these things, but that's pretty cool. Like, this is a piece of history within itself, which is pretty awesome to see.
I only have one thing to say about that.
What?
Yuppies, for sure.
What?
Or for sure. I'm sorry, I pronounced
Yuppie
it wrong.
is for sure. If this was something set in the 80s, please tell me. Radical. I don't know. So the classic 80s is actually one of the more unique buildings because it kind of is sharing the same area as the 90s, because all of these are the 80s right here, and the very back is where you'll find the 90s buildings.
As we get to the end of the resort, you can see we are keeping it real hip with the 90s section right over here.
Easy. The guy has his hat like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to go like this. So
There
I don't
we
know.
go.
Is that accurate?
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. I like the CDs on there, though. Those are pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The CDs are... I know what a CD is, for those wondering.
Yeah.
Which is good. Also, you have the iconic roller skates there. And then, like, the staircase, I guess, is a giant phone.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a mobile phone?
Maybe a mobile phone. I don't really know. But this is pretty cool. I just love, like, the classic theming around here. Just seeing all these different things. As we showed earlier, the 80s has the Rubik's Cube staircase, which I think is the coolest one. But so many things to see around here. This is awesome. Oh, this is fun. I love, like, getting closer to this computer. You have so many different really cool things on it.
Look, they're planning a trip to Disney.
Yeah, they're Animal Kingdom opens today, April 22nd, 1988. You also have MGM Studios, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Blizzard Beach, Typhoon Lagoon.
Yeah.
That's like when they were opening, right?
I think so.
Around that time period. So that's cool. Just a giant computer sitting here, too. Also, I will note there is a laundry facility right next to this computer pool. And yeah, there's some restrooms over here too, which kind of makes sense. Well, that was great. I feel like we got like a full tour of the resort.
Yeah.
Which I feel like was pretty awesome. However, we have forgotten to do one thing.
What's that?
You know what that is?
No.
Give a room tour.
Oh, yeah.
So being that we are staying here for the night, we're going to take you guys back to the room, show you guys a quick look at what a room looks like. And then I think we'll just kind of go from there. We are staying in the 80s section, so we're like right in front of this pool. So it's a pretty good area for sure. A little far from the lobby, but being that this resort is so close together, it's really not that bad of a walk. And here is our room 7112. Let's go check it out.
The rooms here are very decent. They're just your standard, like, value Disney resort room. Of course, you have your coffee maker and cooling box.
Oh, what's this light do?
Oh, that's
cool.
pretty nice.
Yeah, so you can make your coffee in the light.
Good amount of light. You also have what I believe is a smart TV. Lots of storage. I think there's probably a safe. Yeah, safe in there.
Oh, there's more light. So this actually turned into a bed as well. So like it works good for families who do want a table but don't really have room for a table in their room. So if you move all these chairs, this
pulls down. Oh, it's Pluto. Nice sky.
See, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I've slept on these before. I know, like, it's kind of more of a kid accommodation, but for an adult and a bigger adult like me, this is still pretty comfortable.
Yeah. I will also mention that both of these beds are queen size, the pull down and the not pull down. Look at this, there's USBs in here. I wish they were USB-C, but they do have plenty of plugs and USBs.
I think these rooms were refurbished around 2020.
Probably.
2019. They were one of the first ever, like, newer refurbished rooms. When we stayed at All-Star, they had the USB-Cs. So
Oh, they did, yeah?
Yeah, that was kind of a different thing.
Yeah. But going into here, you have a pretty decent bathroom. Closet area here. This is your only closet, by the way. So you're not going to get any, like, clothes-in closet, but it's a decent amount of storage.
Standard bathroom to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk-in shower, of course. And still, no, they covered up the H2O. It's not H2O anymore. It's Disney Resort shampoo. But still a pretty decent shower here.
I'll say, being that this is the Pop Century, you kind of expect some color. There isn't a lot of color here, but I do like how this thing has, like, green things along it, like green colors. And also that thing's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is nice.
Headboard thing. So, I mean, it's a very simple accommodation, but seriously, for the price you're paying, you have a Skyliner next door. This is pretty nice. Well, there we go. I feel like that was a full tour of Pop Century. We're only staying here for a night, so we really don't have a whole lot of time, but we were glad to show you guys a little bit of a resort tour. Check out every single detail we could find. And it was a good time. I think it was great.
Yeah, and I think it is finally the time that Goo will reveal to us his favorite decade.
I feel like the 70s was great.
Yeah.
You had the foosball table. The twister thing was really cool. Even though it didn't work, I feel like it was just extremely goofy just to have that sitting there. I know at some point it did work, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like every single one has their own thing. That one just had so much going on. I just love, I love that there was so much happening, which was great. But I think it was great to check this out. It's always so much fun. Like, even here in the Valley Resorts, where it's significantly cheaper than other Disney resorts, there's so many details you can look for. And even though it is cheaper, you still get to really have a really great experience. So I think it was great to bring you guys along, show you what to expect when staying here, and maybe help you guys as well, because, I don't know, sometimes it's hard to book a trip, see where you're staying, and yeah, that's always fun. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you do hit that like button, subscribe. We do videos at least once a week, so we'd love to have you guys come along. But thank you all so much, and as usual, I'm Goo.
I'm Matt.
That's the Pop Century. And you're you. And we both wish a Goo to each and every one of you. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thank you all so much for coming along, and we will see you guys later.